you can see the scenery here. The church is way down there, so what we want is a nice establishing shot. So this is the day before the wedding, so what we're going to do is have our drone come down here just to show us where we're at. And so this perfect spot, nobody's around here, so we're just going to get our drone stuff and get some nice shots. Now the sun is perfectly where we want it to be, but we are going to lose it within the next hour, so we got to move. We need these shots so we get other shots. We're filming, Ben. Don't want to have any obstacles if there's wind, because your drone will hit it. Now one thing is you always want to have these on the charger. I'm moving so fast right now is because, like I said, we don't have all the time in the world. Now one mistake that I made already was I did not keep my phone on the charger, so it only has 40%. That's not a good thing. I found my phone is sometimes the thing that stops me from being able to capture as much drone as possible. So anyways, let me get this set up. I'll get back to you guys when we're in there. Obviously, I want some nice slower shots when you're doing 24 frames per second. It has to be smooth or it's gonna look choppy. Sometimes I repeat the same shot three times, 2 to 3 times. It's not gonna be the same shot, it's just gonna be slightly different. And that's because later in post-production, I'm gonna pick out which one I like the most. So yeah, the wind acted up a bit, but now we're gonna go back down there. I got the shot that I wanted up here. All right, we're in the church building now. It's the day before. We already got our drone shots. There's very low lighting in this building. The building itself is kind of smaller, and where the ceremony is going to be, the main part of the building is only like 3 windows in the front. So we're going to be dealing with just the window or the lights that are in the building. Not too happy about it, but luckily this lens is really nice. I think it'll still turn out really nice. We'll come back here around 6 o'clock. The drone's acting up a little bit here. Dude, they have RU here. Every other church that has RU has a sign for it. I would like to stick to more Christian weddings. Makes everything a lot easier. Definitely not gonna try to get involved with the whole party scene or anything like that with videoing weddings. I want to emphasize the cross, God, faith, and so we want to make sure we grab the cross and different things like that. Alright guys, so we just went to Applebee's. We spent the afternoon getting settled in. Now we're just getting our cameras ready. We're about to go to the rehearsal, check out what shots we want and how we're going to set up for tomorrow.
Young people start their life together. What we do, pray you bless. A little bit of practice here tonight. And
Here we are at the rehearsal, and last wedding we weren't able to have this much time on the rehearsal. It got dark really fast, and it was all in the dark, so we just left. This time we're going to be able to really find out all the shots that we want. Alright, so here we are at the church. We were supposed to be here, or I wanted to be here about half hour to 45 minutes ago. We were running a little late. I want to make sure I get the dress and people coming in and stuff like that. So we want to have as much prep time as possible. We did a lot at the motel room, but we finally got here at the church and nobody's here yet. Doors are locked. So on one hand, that's a good sign. That means we're here before anybody else. But on the other hand, I kind of need to get the ball rolling. I want to start to get some shots. The wedding's at 11. So anyways, let me show you what we did at the room here. at the room, I got this camera balanced on this. This is a really expensive machine here. We're not going to use this primarily, and the reason for that is because this lens here is my primary lens. This is what I'm trying to use for most of my nicer shots. And this gimbal, I have not, I'm really not trying to break the machine, really. With all that weight, it's super heavy. So I'm just not even gonna risk it. It's supposed to be able to hold 5 to 6 pounds, but I honestly haven't weighed that, so I don't know. If you put too much weight or you don't balance it and then you turn this machine on, you can ruin the motors in here. So anyways, this is all set up. We got the wide angle lens on here, the fisheye that we were talking about before, and we are going to be grabbing some nice wide angle shots with this. People are supposed to be here any minute. When we get in, we're gonna try to find a setup spot to put all of our camera equipment, place with some plugs, and we're just gonna make sure that we always have some things charging and stuff like that. So it's cold. Yeah, it's cold. Primarily, I'm going to be using this. So this, like I said, it's cheap. If I dropped it, I don't have to worry about motors. So this is what I primarily like to use to put my camera on here. Obviously, I got the 6D with my 24 to 70. Now the reason why I have the 60 is because it's full frame, and so that is going to be catching basically all that my lens. The lens is what I'm focused on. That's what's going to give us all most of the quality and stuff like that. And so the lens, I want to accommodate that. And so the 6D has a full frame, and so it's going to get everything that the lens gets. If I put it on my ADD, it's going to crop it, and I'm not going to get everything that the 24 to 70 would get. It's going to be cropped. So we got some pretty good shots a minute ago with the gimbal here and the wide angle. The only problem is that after I turned it off, I checked it out and it was not balanced, so now I had to readjust it. We want to make sure we just get a few more here, especially the sign and everything. It's like kind of where they grew up, so we want to capture that. Alright, so now we're trying to find some spots for these two. I was trying to get a camera up there. So we want to get the people who are singing, a little bit of the audience, but we want to focus right up here. So, alright, so we got two cameras set up. We found a good spot over here. We set this up. It's behind this, so nobody's really seeing it. And it's getting the angle of what's going on up here. We got another shot that's up there. It's a little higher. And so we'll be able to see the whole crowd and everything like that. I'm actually going to be hooking up an audio to this one so we can catch on what's going on back here.
You're about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay. So the wedding starts in an hour. So not all the guests are here, obviously. So we're actually going to get some drone shots when we're trying to see some people walk in. Maybe we get some drone shots then. So for now, we're just going to go downstairs, grab some shots. Now, as you can see, the settings. Can you see the camera?
Just barely.
Okay. As you can see, it's too bright, so I just gotta change the settings a bit. And I'm gonna change the white balance. Fluorescent looks pretty good, so we're gonna keep it at that. We want it nice and bright, so that should be good enough right there. And then we're just gonna get some B-roll, just going kind of slow and grabbing some close-ups and capturing the small things. So.
So that's what the rose gold wire's for.
I mean, never mind, look at that. Okay, I suppose we'll go on to the next place.
Or it's a little before the wedding. We're gonna take the machine, or we're gonna take this off the machine because we're not gonna use this until after the wedding again. I want Ben set up on a tripod with the second camera so that we always have that good shot that's stable. So I didn't want to do this mess. Now we have it off. So what? You want me to balance it again? Why not? One thing that you're gonna learn is during the wedding you will sweat a lot. So that's been kind of rough. They're all going downstairs to eat. I'm starving. I think I have a protein bar in here. You always want to get some protein bars because it's gonna get rough. All right, here we are outside. We're getting some more pictures on the outside. We just want to make sure we get some close up. The wind is blowing, and so we got the hair flying, the dress going, and a couple other things. We kind of want to get some snow so you know the season. Your finger's almost in the way. There. And now we're just gonna get some more shots. The wind, like I said, is blowing, so that's awesome. Then we got a cloudy sky, so it helps out with the white balance we don't have.
You're gonna put your hands around her waist. Come over this way. You're gonna go right straight onto her. You're gonna put your right hand up on his neck. No, you're gonna
So
put
I'm gonna get some close-ups and some further shots, some pans and all that type stuff.
put that up like a little bit more.
Okay, so we're about done shooting for the day. What we're gonna do is just get some drone shots to end it and ask them if they want any more shots, but looks like for now we're gonna be good. Then we're going to go out and grab something to eat because we're starving. Okay, so what are you guys doing now? Just
I think we're gonna have cake. We're going inside.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna check the footage now. Let's see how much we used on just this camera. 24 gigs. So that's it. So we definitely didn't overdo it. It's still a lot to go through. But let's go downstairs, get the cake. We're gonna start packing up our stuff. But yeah, so we'll see you guys in a minute. So we're all done. They went inside. Now we're gonna head out. So we're going down to Pennsylvania. So we're all packed up. We're ready to go. So we're heading out.